Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and this is your qualifying review in the Singapore Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc is on pole position ahead of Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton. P3 for Lewis Hamilton, his best qualifying session in the season. I am very happy about that, because one time it looked like he's possibly going to be on pole position, but unfortunately he just did not have the grip in the end. In Q1, the biggest shock was Esteban Ocon knocked out in Q1. Then both the Williams cars, you guessed it, who's last? Leclerc, Latifi, and then Alex Albon. Also, Bottas failed to make Q2, and also Daniel Ricciardo knocked out in Q1. In Q2, Sebastian Vettel, he put on the slicks, but it didn't work out because the track was not ready for slicks, so a lot of cars stayed out on the intermediate. So, yeah, it's a gamble what did not pay off. But, wow, what an end to qualifying session, because you had Fernando Alonso went fastest, Carlos Sainz, then Leclerc. Wow, it was such an exciting end to the session. It really was. But as I said, for Lewis Hamilton P3, I will take that. But his teammate now, George Russell, P11, he will be bitterly disappointed with that. He just could not get it turned on at all, George Russell, to get into Q3. So a day to forget for George Russell, but hopefully he can make up a couple positions. One driver now who is very angry is Max Verstappen, because he starts in P8 and obviously Red Bull wanted enough fuel sample to bring back, so they told Verstappen to abort the final lap, so he did, and he come into pits very angry on the team radio, so he will start P8. Now, recently, it doesn't matter what position Verstappen starts in, because he's good at making his way back up the field, but it will be a bit trickier here in Singapore. I expect him to still do it, but it will be a lot more trickier. But as a Ferrari fan, obviously, very happy Charles Leclerc is on pole position, and then Carlos Sainz P4. And my two stars of the session today are Fernando Alonso and Kevin Magnussen. Kmag made Q3, and Fernando Alonso, very strong qualifying for him. Very much looking forward to the Grand Prix. It's such a pity that the F1 race is on the same time as the Manchester Derby. So annoying, man. I wish the Manchester Derby was at 4:30, then I could have watched the whole Grand Prix first, then look forward to the Manchester Derby afterwards. But it is what it is. They're both clashing with each other, so yeah, but very much looking forward to the Grand Prix. I mean, Bottas not making Q2, that's not good enough. He had a good start to the season, Bottas, but recently, shocking in qualifying in the Alfa Romeo. Guan Yu Zhou out-qualifies him again. It's unbelievable, but yeah, that's nowhere near good enough for Bottas. Latifi last, I mean, no surprise really, is it? He's been put out to his misery, losing his seat at the end of the season. Albon usually does well in qualifying, but the Williams in them conditions could not get the car to work, so Albon starts P19. But like I said though, I am shocked Esteban Ocon got knocked out in Q1. Was not expecting that one bit, Esteban Ocon, to miss out on Q2. I mean, usually he's very consistent, but these conditions were so tricky. But George Russell, though, I was stunned he did not make Q3. Toto Wolff said he had the same sort of issue I had yesterday in practice, where something was bothering him and he just could not get the car to work properly. But I believe in George. Lando Norris, both of the McLarens were almost eliminated in Q1, but Norris did make it through to Q2, so that's good for him. But anyway, comment your thoughts down below. I will always reply. And join me tomorrow for the race review. And then Monday for driver ratings and team ratings for the Singapore Grand Prix. It's good to be back in Singapore. That was a really enjoyable qualifying session. I loved that. Bye-bye.